What happens when two cities get connected by one of the fastest trains in the world? The Moscow-St. Petersburg High-Speed Railway is here to shake up travel as we know it. A mere 2 to 2.5 hours will soon separate Russia's most iconic cities. But it's not just about saving time. This railway will help boost Russia's economy and fight climate change. Here's how. In today's fast-paced world, where time is of the essence, the new Moscow-St. Petersburg High-Speed Railway is set to redefine how people move between two of Russia's most iconic cities. Traditionally, the journey between Moscow and St. Petersburg, whether by car, bus, or plane, takes anywhere between 4 and 5 hours. This extended travel time has long presented challenges for both business travelers and tourists, as delays due to weather, traffic, and the unpredictability of air travel often lead to wasted time, missed opportunities, and unnecessary stress. However, the launch of the Moscow-St. Petersburg High-Speed Railway promises to revolutionize this experience. By cutting the journey time down to a mere 2 to 2.5 hours, this high-speed rail system offers a much faster, more efficient, and comfortable alternative to current travel methods. This isn't just a minor improvement, it's a monumental leap forward. Whether you're a business executive rushing between meetings, a tourist eager to explore St. Petersburg's cultural gems, or anyone else in need of quick, reliable transportation, this new rail network is a game changer that makes conventional methods of travel look outdated. This new service will cater to an impressive 30 million passengers per year, signaling its central role in transforming Russia's transport landscape. The high demand for tickets will generate significant revenue, which will be reinvested into further railway projects and transportation initiatives across Russia. The Moscow-St. Petersburg High-Speed Railway is set to become a key driver of economic growth and regional development, facilitating smoother movement of people and goods between two of the country's most influential cities. The economic significance. Beyond its speed and convenience, the Moscow-St. Petersburg High-Speed Railway holds immense economic potential, especially in enhancing the relationship between these two pivotal cities. Moscow stands as Russia's political and financial powerhouse, while St. Petersburg is renowned for its cultural heritage and status as a major tourist destination. By connecting these cities more efficiently, the railway will strengthen both their business and cultural ties, opening up fresh avenues for collaboration and investment. For businesses, the reduced travel time means that meetings, conferences, and strategic collaborations between Moscow and St. Petersburg will be more feasible than ever before. Instead of long and tiring travel days, business professionals will be able to hop on a train and attend face-to-face meetings in just a couple of hours. This closer proximity could result in accelerated deal-making, smoother negotiations, and a general increase in business opportunities. Whether it's connecting the finance industry in Moscow with the tech sector in St. Petersburg, or enabling retail companies to move products faster, the railway will create a seamless flow of commerce and innovation. Moreover, tourism will undoubtedly receive a massive boost. St. Petersburg, often referred to as the cultural capital of Russia, is home to world-famous landmarks like the Hermitage Museum, the Winter Palace, and the Peter and Paul Fortress. With quicker access, tourists from Moscow will be more inclined to explore these incredible sites, which will contribute not only to the cultural sector, but also to local economies through increased visitor spending in hospitality, retail, and services. This high-speed railway will also create a spillover effect across various sectors such as hospitality, real estate, retail, and transportation. Hotels, restaurants, and local businesses along the train route will see increased demand, as visitors will find it easier to travel between the two cities. Real estate developments may rise around key train stations, and the retail sector will likely benefit from the increased flow of customers and potential investments in both cities. Moreover, thousands of new jobs will be created both during the construction phase and when the railway becomes operational. These jobs will not only be within the rail system itself, but will also span across supporting industries like hospitality, construction, real estate, and service sectors. With an estimated $25.97 billion price tag, the railway is a bold investment that will produce long-term economic returns. A step toward environmental sustainability. One of the most compelling aspects of the Moscow-St. Petersburg High-Speed Railway is its potential to contribute to Russia's environmental goals. As the world grapples with climate change, nations are turning toward more sustainable solutions to reduce their carbon footprints. The introduction of high-speed rail is widely recognized as one of the most energy-efficient and environmentally friendly alternatives to traditional transportation methods, particularly when it comes to long-distance travel. Currently, much of the travel between Moscow and St. Petersburg happens by plane or car. Both modes of transport contribute significantly to air pollution and traffic congestion, leading to environmental degradation and the emission of harmful greenhouse gases. The high-speed railway will offer a cleaner, more sustainable way to travel, cutting down on the number of vehicles on the road and planes in the air, all while offering a low-emission alternative that significantly reduces the carbon footprint per passenger. By offering a viable alternative to driving or flying, the railway will help ease the strain on Moscow's notoriously congested roads, where thousands of vehicles often cause traffic jams and delays. On a larger scale, the demand for short-haul flights between Moscow and St. Petersburg, which are among the most carbon-intensive forms of air travel, will decrease, further reducing overall emissions. Studies show that high-speed trains emit far less carbon per passenger than short-haul flights, making it an effective strategy to combat environmental challenges. Russia has made notable commitments to reduce its carbon emissions in line with international climate accords. By embracing high-speed rail as a mainstream transportation method, the country will not only contribute to global sustainability efforts, but will also pave the way for future infrastructure projects that prioritize eco-friendly technology and sustainable growth, the cost and timeline. Of course, building such an ambitious infrastructure project comes with its challenges, and the Moscow-St. Petersburg high-speed railway is no exception. With a projected cost of $25.97 billion, this undertaking is a massive financial commitment. Yet, the return on this investment promises to be substantial, with benefits extending well beyond the initial construction phase. Both private investors and public institutions are funding the project, with the Russian government strongly backing the initiative. The construction is already underway, with the high-speed rail system expected to be operational by 2027. This ambitious timeline reflects Russia's commitment to modernizing its transportation network and ensuring that its infrastructure is ready for the demands of a growing population and economy. Once completed, the Moscow-St. Petersburg high-speed railway will set a new standard for rail systems in Russia, serving as a model for future high-speed routes connecting other major cities across the country. The success of this project will lay the groundwork for other regions to adopt similar rail networks, connecting cities like Yekaterinburg, Kazan, and Novosibirsk, and making rail travel a central component of Russia's transportation system. This high-speed network could potentially revolutionize how people travel across the vast expanse of Russia, cutting down travel times and offering a greener, faster alternative to other methods of transport. The future of Russia's transportation infrastructure is looking brighter than ever, and this railway could serve as a vital cornerstone of a more connected, sustainable, and efficient Russia. A vision for the future. The Moscow-St. Petersburg high-speed railway is more than just a transportation project. It's a symbol of Russia's commitment to shaping the future of travel. This development is pivotal in addressing issues like congestion, pollution, and the growing need for efficient, fast travel between cities. As the world becomes more interconnected, this high-speed rail marks Russia's ambition to lead in sustainable mobility. Looking ahead, the potential for expanding this network is significant. The idea of linking cities such as Yekaterinburg, Kazan, and Novosibirsk with similar high-speed trains could revolutionize the country's transportation system, creating stronger connections and offering sustainable alternatives to air and road travel. The ripple effect of these improvements won't just benefit large metropolitan hubs. Regional cities and towns along these high-speed routes will also see improved access to markets, education, healthcare, and jobs. This increased accessibility will help balance the development between Russia's major cities and its smaller communities, driving regional equity and providing broader economic opportunities. High-speed rail as a catalyst for tourism growth. When we talk about the tourism industry, the Moscow-St. Petersburg high-speed railway will undoubtedly serve as a game-changer. St. Petersburg, often regarded as Russia's cultural heart, boasts a wealth of world-class museums, historic landmarks, and theaters. The Hermitage Museum, with its vast collection of artwork, the Winter Palace, the Peter and Paul Fortress, and the beautiful Nevsky Prospect are all major attractions that draw millions of visitors every year. With the introduction of a faster, more efficient connection to Moscow, the opportunity for tourists to enjoy a quick, stress-free trip between the two cities becomes a reality. This will significantly boost tourism in both cities, making them even more appealing to both domestic and international travelers. Moscow, with its iconic Red Square, the Kremlin, and the Bolshoi Theater, will also benefit from the increased flow of tourists traveling on the high-speed rail. Both cities stand to gain from the influx of visitors, eager to experience their cultural and historical gems. The overall boost to the tourism industry will positively affect hotels, restaurants, entertainment venues, and local guides, creating jobs and economic opportunities. Tourism also plays a vital role in cultural exchange. With an easier journey between these cities, tourists will not just visit the famous attractions, they will also have the opportunity to experience the everyday life of Russians in different cities. Moscow's bustling metropolis vibe contrasts beautifully with St. Petersburg's calmer, more historic atmosphere, and this diversity enriches the entire tourism experience. Beyond the tourists themselves, local businesses, particularly those in the service, hospitality, and retail sectors, will benefit from the increased traffic. Imagine a family or business professional deciding to spend just a few hours exploring St. Petersburg on their way to or from Moscow. This ease of access opens up a new market for local businesses, fostering economic growth in the process. The network will likely inspire new partnerships, and specialized tourism packages tailored to the high-speed railway's passengers could become a lucrative niche. Technological advancements and the train of the future. The Moscow-St. Petersburg High-speed railway is not just about reducing travel time. It's about introducing a new era of transportation technology in Russia. The train systems themselves will be equipped with state-of-the-art technology to ensure a smooth and comfortable ride. The focus will be on cutting-edge design, advanced safety systems, and energy-efficient engines. Passengers will experience ultra-modern train stations with streamlined processes for ticketing, baggage handling, and passenger flow. Unlike airports, train stations are often located within city limits, making the travel experience much more convenient. The high-speed train will be designed with comfort in mind, offering amenities like Wi-Fi, comfortable seating, and onboard services. In addition, the speed at which the trains will travel will make them competitive with domestic flights, not only in terms of time, but also in convenience. This project also represents an opportunity for Russia to show the world that it is serious about innovation in transport infrastructure. The rail network will be a showcase of Russia's technological capabilities, featuring state-of-the-art systems that align with global best practices in high-speed rail. This development positions Russia as a leading player in the global transportation market. The global implications. Looking beyond Russia, the Moscow-St. Petersburg high-speed railway could set a significant example for other countries in the region and the world. As global efforts to address climate change intensify, countries are exploring sustainable alternatives to reduce their reliance on air travel, particularly for short and medium-distance routes. High-speed rail has already proven successful in countries like Japan, France, and China, and Russia's ambitious project could become another flagship example of how rail can offer an environmentally friendly alternative to air and road travel. In fact, this railway could inspire neighboring countries to invest in similar projects. Finland, for instance, could benefit from the establishment of high-speed rail connections to Russia, opening up new cross-border travel opportunities. Such developments would strengthen international ties and trade, contributing to better political and economic relations. The possibility of linking Moscow to other parts of Europe via high-speed rail could be the beginning of an even larger transportation network across the continent. The European Union has long been a proponent of rail as a sustainable form of transportation. Projects like Russia's high-speed railway offer an opportunity for international collaboration in developing green infrastructure. As more countries prioritize environmental sustainability, high-speed rail will be an increasingly attractive option for nationwide and international transit. The Moscow-St. Petersburg line, in particular, could serve as an inspiration for the development of larger transnational rail systems that connect major cities across Europe and beyond. The Moscow-St. Petersburg high-speed railway is more than just a transportation project. It's a glimpse into the future of travel. With faster, greener, and more efficient connections, this railway will transform both cities and their economies. As we look ahead to its completion in 2027, the ripple effects will be felt across Russia and beyond, ushering in a new era of connectivity, If you're excited about the potential of high-speed rail and its impact, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this groundbreaking project and others like it. Stay informed and join the conversation as we journey into the future together.